Welcome to the Building Your WordPress Framework series, where we're going through and setting up your new self-hosted WordPress site with some additional features and functionality. And in the previous video, we got you set up with Google Analytics and Google Search Console. In this video, we're going to work on getting you connected to that data that you're going to be getting through Google. So let's go ahead now and jump in and click on Add New here to add a new plugin. And the one that we're looking for here is going to be called MonsterInsights for Google Analytics. So we can just click on this since I've already searched for it before. And it is, in this instance, it's not this first one here, but it's this one right here, Google Analytics Dashboard Plugin for WordPress by MonsterInsights. So we're going to go ahead and get this one activated. And we are ready to go now here. So now that we've got it installed and activated, we are going to see now that we've got it here in our listing of plugins that we've got on our dashboard. And you see that sometimes these plugins will come with these various different alerts and whatnot. We're just going to close off of those so that we are not distracted by those. And then you see over here, we've got this Insights link now in our admin bars. Okay, so when you click on this Insights over here in your sidebar, you're going to get a page that looks like this. And what we want to do here is go ahead and use this button here to get connected to our Google account. So let's go ahead and click this, and it's going to prepare to connect, and it's going to send us over to Google, where it's going to ask us if we want to allow access, and we're going to go ahead and do that. And then we are going to look for our website property that we're working with in that list. And depending on how many sites you have in your Google Analytics account, you may have to scroll, maybe not. But we've got ours here, which is our mywpexample.com and all website data from where we set ourselves up over here in Google Analytics over here. So you'll notice we've got our tracking ID, and we're going to see that pop up again here in just a minute. So we have found our site. We're going to go ahead and complete the connection, and now we are authenticated. And now you can see that same code right there is the same one that we've got back over here in our analytics account. So we are good to go there. And that's it. So what we have now, you go ahead and click on Save Changes to make sure your authentication is saved. And then you have a couple of options here. This gives you automatic updates for your plugin. If you want to do that, I can go either way. It depends on what the plugin is and what the functionality is as to whether or not I do that or not. But for the purposes of our demonstration here, we're going to go ahead and leave that as none, and we'll manually update those when we see them popping up in the plugin section as needing an update. So then you can allow them to track how you use their plugin if you should so desire. It's deselected by default, so we're going to go ahead and leave that. And then when you come over here, this is where you're going to get some of your information. You got some basic settings here that you need to save. And then you've got all these various different things that you can check through to make sure that you've got set. Default settings for all this stuff for now is going to be sufficient for what you're trying to do. Then back over here on this reports tab, this is where you're going to see information about your site. So when you have traffic, this is where those traffic numbers are going to be displayed here. And then you've got, various different things that Google is going to provide for you. And in terms of features of what you get out of the box for MonsterInsights, this primary tab is going to be the one that you're going to pay attention to. These other options up here are all options available for the pro version of the plugin. But right now we're just trying to figure out what's happening. We're trying to figure out who's coming to our site, how our content is performing, and the bare basics. We don't need the pro version yet. And if we want to, we can see a lot of this stuff by logging into our Google Analytics account on their side. But that's how you get that connected between your link between your Google Analytics account and your WordPress website.